Hello and welcome back to Back Punch. We like to start off this last segment with Who Would Win. If you all remember the rules from last time we did this, I will give my two beautiful panelists a weird scenario involving two different characters, and then they debate on who would win that scenario. So, Matt, what you have there?
Oh, hello there. I didn't see you come in. What I'm reading here is the answers to every one of the questions you're about to ask. Or it's my friend Diego's diary. Probably the second.
Probably.
I would hope so, because I've kept these under lock and key for the entire time. All right, so let us
break any lock.
let us begin with the first challenge. Popeye versus Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in teaching fourth grade math. Who would be better at it?
Does Popeye even know math? I'm going to say Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson because he teaches children all they really need to know. What's cooking in the kitchen?
Now, see, I'm not so sure about that because Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson teaches cooking. This has nothing to do with math. Popeye, however, is a sailor and needs to know nautical miles and all those sorts of things. So Popeye, I believe, is the winner here.
Counterpoint, if you will.
Counterpoint, okay.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson beats men up for a living. This doesn't require any math, but he needs to know how to lay a quote-unquote whooping on them. Therefore, you're wrong, because he's teaching them how to be men, and men don't need to do math. They have a woman do it for them.
Counterpoint. Popeye knows the exact amount of kinetic energy contained within spinach and uses exactly the amount of extra energy in the spinach to beat up his foes.
Point conceded. Popeye's the winner of the round in my eyes.
All right, and I have to agree too. Popeye would win at teaching fourth grade math. All right, the next one.
The sailor point was ridiculous. I was blown away.
I saw.
Gandhi versus Mother Teresa in a midget throwing contest. Sorry, short people contest.
I'm going to say Mother Teresa has this one in the bag because this is Gandhi, I'm going to say, 80 days into one of his food strikes. Mother Teresa, although old and fragile, never gave up eating for the poor people. She was just able to throw them out of her house. Point in case, she's a natural-born thrower.
All right, I'm going to have to ask for a judge intervention. Is this mid-hunger strike Gandhi?
This is not mid-hunger strike Gandhi.
Okay. Now, if Gandhi has already done hunger strikes...
This is before he would do one.
Okay.
He knows what Mother Teresa can bring to the table. He's ready.
All right. So I think the real important thing here is Gandhi was enlightened. Mother Teresa was just a nice person.
She's a saint.
A saint, yes. But Gandhi, being enlightened, can pass his enlightenment on and lighten the midgets as he throws them.
Counterpoint. The midgets Mother Teresa are throwing will be starving, and therefore lighter and just about as enlightened as the ones Gandhi are throwing.
See, now you're dipping into the point of a starving midget is nothing more than a child, and a child is not what this contest is about throwing.
I think I'm going to have to give it to Derek again. I don't care what you have next. Derek wins this round.
But Gandhi's a small boy in diapers and basically a child. He can't throw things that are bigger than him, thusly he can't throw a midget. Lawyered.
Enlightenment changes gravity. I mean,
I'm going to give it to Derek.
Do whatever you have to do, boss.
So this next one. Martin Luther King Jr. versus JFK in A Gentleman's Duel.
Didn't they both die to getting shot?
I mean, JFK
I'm a horrible person.
JFK is clearly going to win. Martin Luther King Jr. was a pacifist. He would not duel someone.
This is a rare occasion. He is allowed to duel.
His duel would involve the traditional style of boxing, whereupon two gentlemen would stand on top of boxes and talk at each other with long, monotonous stories until the other collapsed.
A, I love that game. B, that's not the point of this, in fact, story. Martin Luther King, as you may know, had a student named Malcolm X. Malcolm X would dress up as Martin Luther King, take it as a disguise to protect his honor. Therefore, Martin Luther King, a.k.a. Malcolm X, would win the fight because he was known for his penchant for violence and winning the civil rights movement.
Now, I don't know a lot about history. Are Malcolm X and Martin Luther King legitimately the same person?
No, they're not.
Then Malcolm X would not be the person fighting here.
Yes, he would.
No.
You would never know.
The question is, Martin Luther King is the duelist. Not, is a Martin Luther King look-alike the duelist?
He's not a Martin Luther King lookalike. He's an
Disguiser.
acolyte. He's an acolyte of Martin Luther King. Therefore, someone from the Martin Luther King movement. Therefore, an extension of Martin Luther King would be the one winning the duel.
But if he's a violent person, he's not truly using Martin Luther King's desires.
Just because he's not following his desires doesn't mean he's not him.
That's exactly what it means.
Your point may be valid, but your face is ugly.
All right. We have time for...
I have a dream where Martin Luther King stops the bullet with his voice, and in the hateful land of Alabama, little black boys and little black girls can get together in harmony.
You sounded like JFK at the end of that.
I always sound like JFK.
Anyway,
all of my accents
we have time for
turn to him.
one last quick question. So, Gandalf versus Captain Falcon at hockey. Ice hockey.
Gandalf's going to win because he's the only one with a stick.
Yeah, but Captain Falcon can use his vehicle.
No, you can't.
I'm allowing.
No, car's coming.
No. If he can use his vehicle, Gandalf can use magic.
Wait a second.
Gandalf
no,
can use
hold
magic?
on.
He's the worst wizard ever.
Here's the real
That's
point.
racist.
Is this
Here's the real
Gandalf the
point.
Grey? Hold on, stop.
Gandalf the White.
Gandalf the White, okay.
What? Okay. Well, here's the real point. If it's hockey, they don't bring their own things in. The team gives them their equipment.
No.
So they have the equipment.
This is one-on-one hockey.
Otherwise, neither of them would have ice skates. And
one-on-one.
they'd just be slipping everywhere.
It's not true. Gandalf has magic.
All right. Well, clearly, Captain Falcon would win because he'd use his Falcon slap shot and just explode the universe.
Let me
Then
just
we
put
all
it this way.
lose.
Let me just put
But
it this
he
way.
won.
Captain Falcon is not as fierce as a Balrog, which, as we all know, is some big fiery demon mother trucker without even a prostate.
All right. Well,
Hold on.
we're
Hold
cutting
on.
you off.
Hold on. Stuff. Go.
All right. Thank you for joining us for another great edition of Back Punch. We'll see you next week.
I'm the winner.